Saturday, July the 20th, Dillian Whyte fights Oscar Rivas. Yes, Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte, against Oscar Kaboom Rivas. This is going to be a good fight. So, the reason why I think it's going to be a good fight is because both fighters are action-packed. They like to come forward and they're very aggressive. Now, my prediction on this fight, before I give my prediction, I think it's going to be a close fight. And the win is going to come down to fitness. So fitness meaning, who can endure late in the fight, late to the end. And concentration. Who can concentrate? Who can remain focused early in the fight to sort of like get on the scorecards and be in the lead. And who can concentrate throughout the whole fight from round 1 to round 12. My pick, and it's a tough pick off the bat, is going to be Dillian Whyte. But let's go through what I see in both fighters first, so you know why I think it's going to be a close fight and it could go either way. So let's start with Oscar Rivas first. So Oscar Rivas, Colombian fighter, he's an away fighter, unbeaten. I believe 26 fights, 18 KOs, something like that. His last fight, he fought Bryant Jennings. Bryant Jennings, top heavyweight contender, who I would describe as a gatekeeper. So gatekeeper sort of means that if you get past him, you can go on to big things. He's not easy to beat, but if you do beat him, you're going to go on to fight for a title, or you're one of the top 3 fighters in the division. Bryant Jennings only been beaten by Klitschko on points, beaten by King Kong, Luis Ortiz, knockout, and Oscar Rivas just beat him 12th round knockout early January. Now, what I like about Oscar Rivas is he's a short guy, 6 foot, very aggressive, fast puncher. He punches with speed, and when he punches, he's very explosive. Now, short for a heavyweight, when on the outside, he moves his head from side to side, waiting to get inside. He comes in and then he attacks. Now, when he attacks, he jabs on his way in and throws a looping right behind his jab, or he would jab on his way in, and when he gets inside, it will be body shots, right hook, left hook. He's got a nice left hook to the body, which goes right under your elbow. However, he does punch, explosively with mean intentions, but from what I've seen, he doesn't punch that hard. So I would compare him to Mike Tyson in his come forward approach, his aggressiveness, and his body shots. But no disrespect, he is a good fighter, but I would say he's a poor man's Mike Tyson, meaning that he does things that Mike Tyson does, but not as well. Mike Tyson had better head movement, so when Rivas moves his head, he moves on the outside, but when he's coming in to attack you, he just rushes straight in a straight line. He doesn't step to the side, slip side to side to get in, to make angles, to be elusive and to attack you. He just comes straight in, and that's where a sharp puncher can clip you on the way in if you've studied him, you're doing your homework. Also, punching power is not as good as Mike Tyson's. He's not a concussive punching power guy. He'll hit you and break you down over time, but he won't knock you out with one shot. Saying that, he has got KOs, but I just believe at the top level, he hasn't got crazy punching power. Give him credit though, in his last fight, he knocked out Bryant Jennings in the 12th round. So anyone who could knock out another heavyweight in the 12th round shows that you've got good fitness and you've worn your opponent down. So much credit due to that. Let's move on to Dillian Whyte now. Dillian Whyte, long arms. Takes a while to get into a fight, I would say. It takes him normally 3 or 4 rounds to get into a fight and find his rhythm. But once he gets into a fight, long arms, use the jab well, goes to the body quite a lot. So both fighters go to the body. That's going to be interesting. His best shot, his signature shot, is his left hook. He knocked down Joseph Parker once with that left hook in the 9th round. And he knocked out Chisora last December with the left hook. Brilliant knockout in the 12th round. So Rivas is going to want to avoid Rivas is going to want to avoid Whyte's hook. And the body shots is going to be interesting. Clash of Styles, when they get close. So when they get close, I think in the early part of the fight, I think Rivas is going to be throwing some good body shots. But when we get to like the 6th, 7th, 8th round, Rivas kind of tires. Now, for a short guy who's very top heavy muscular, I think that after throwing a lot of punches, his muscles don't recover in time to do a sustained attack. So when he fights, as you notice, if you watched him fight, he'll do an attack. He'll come and do an attack, and after his 4-punch combination, he'll rest for a little while because he's tired. Yeah, so Dillian Whyte's going to want to take advantage of that. But from the 7th, 8th, 9th round onwards, he gets a bit tired, and then when he rushes in, he just sits on your chest and does nothing. So there's an opportunity there for Dillian Whyte to really, pick up the pace in the fight and pull apart. And Dillian Whyte normally does pull apart from the 4th round onwards, so that would be interesting. However, in Dillian Whyte's fight against Joe Parker, which I was at last year, a fight which he was winning, 11th and 12th round, he got very tired. In the 11th round and 12th round, he was dropped in the 12th round, and when he was dropped, it wasn't hard punches, it was just he was tired. Now, this is my theory, yeah? Dillian Whyte weighed 18 stone 6 for the Parker fight. That's 258 pounds. Quite heavy for a guy who's 6'4", I think. Not crazy heavy, but a little bit too heavy. But his last fight against Chisora in December, he weighed 17 stone 8. That's 246 pounds. So 258 against Parker, 246 last December against Chisora. That's a massive weight difference. In the Chisora fight, he got an 11th round knockout. It didn't seem to tire. In the Parker fight, he tired. Now, in this fight tomorrow, he's weighing the same against Parker. He's weighing 1 pound heavier, and that's 259 pounds. So he's coming in at a very heavy weight. So potentially there's a pattern that if Whyte's going to tire, he's going to tire late in the fight. So my prediction is going to be, I'm going to say that Whyte's going to win a fight on points, and it's going to be a hard graft. There's going to be a battle for body shots. We're going to see who has the best body attack. There's a slight possibility that Dillian Whyte could get a stoppage around 8, 9, 10 when Rivas tires, and there's a slight possibility that Rivas can get a stoppage around 11, 12 when Whyte tires. And if Rivas is doing the homework, he's coming so heavy now. Has Whyte come in heavy again because he's injured and can't train? What's going on with that? So I could be reaching in the dark a little bit, but Whyte coming in so heavy, it kind of shows me he's not maintaining a healthy weight in between fights. While Rivas, if you look at his last weights, 239 pounds against Jennings, his last fight, 241 pounds against Fabio Maldonado, 238 pounds against Herbo. So he's always maintaining a healthy weight. That could be an issue in the fight. However, I'm still going to go Whyte on points. The fights in the UK, when he fought Parker in the UK, once Whyte gets into the fight around the 3rd, 4th round, Whyte will dog you. He will lean on you. He will push you back to the ropes. He'll push your head over the ropes. He'll hit you behind your head. He'll put his hand on your neck, pull it down and do an uppercut. He gets away with a lot in the UK. So I think that will work in his favour, and that might sort of mentally get to Rivas a little bit, because I don't think the ref's going to be favouring Whyte. This happens a lot when a fights in the hometown. Anyhow, that's my prediction. I'm going Whyte on points, but there is a possibility for a few other options. What's your thoughts? I'm going to be at the O2 live watching the fight, so I'll review it after. But please drop your comments below. This is MSLB, Mark Sterling Loves Boxing. Please like, share, and if it's your thing, subscribe. Peace and I'm out. Bless.